Hey, it's Thomas Mulready from CoolCleveland.com, and today we are here at the Vineyards at Chateau Hough, and we're here with the proprietor, Mansfield Frazier. Mansfield, thanks so much for being with us today.
Well, thank you for coming out, Thomas.
You are an entrepreneur, you're an activist, you're a writer for Cool Cleveland, and you're getting pretty well known nationally and internationally for this vineyard project you have going here right on Hough, and this is what, like your fourth year now?
Yeah, this is our fourth year. We planted the vineyard in 2010, and we got our first crop last year, and this will be our second vintage this year.
So, how did it taste? You're going to be entering that for in the fair
Geauga
here?
County Fair. It tastes better than we had any right to expect for our first year, I'll be honest. If it was bad, I would have dumped it, but actually it's pretty decent, especially the red. It came out very, very well, but we've had help. We've had help from some expert winemakers that showed us some tricks, and it came out pretty well.
Talk about what kind of grapes you're growing here. It looks beautiful. This is a great time of year to see it.
Oh yeah, it is because they're going through what's called veraison, and means that they're fully grown. Now they're starting to change color, and they're going from that greenish color till they're starting to get darker. And this is a Frontenac. They're a red grape from Wisconsin. Uh, they're hybrid that were blend that were grown to be cold hardy, and a lot of the vineyards out east they're dead now because that polar vortex killed them. But our vines are doing spectacular because they're good to 40 below zero.
That was a pretty smart move. It's a big issue here in Ohio because a
Well,
lot of the Ohio vintage was lost this year.
Well, it was a smart move because somebody told us how to do it. It wasn't like we knew this stuff ourselves. Like a lot of stuff, we get advice and we get good advice and we take it. So,
You've got some good advice for this building behind you here. A few months ago, it was an abandoned, beautiful old century home,
yeah,
but
beautiful Victorian. Yeah.
but nothing could be done to save it. It would have
No.
taken thousands and thousands of dollars.
Cheaper to start over.
Right.
Hmm.
So you've turned it into what you're calling a biocellar. You kept the frame, the foundation.
Kept the foundation. We tore the house down. We kept the foundation because the frost line in Northeast Ohio is 4 feet. Once you're past 4 foot in the ground, nothing freezes. So on the basement floor, which is 10 feet in the ground, crops will go all year round. And then what you're saying is we're putting a greenhouse roof over the top with the southern exposure, so it's passive solar heat.
So this one open wall that we're looking at here will be the glass
It'll
wall.
be the glass wall, and we'll grow shiitake mushrooms initially in the basement, and we'll see what other crops do well in this environment.
What's the reason for shiitake mushrooms and wine for that reason?
Well, we have to pay this all of our projects about job creation. We want to stabilize community, and you do that by creating wealth and creating jobs. And shiitake mushrooms are $12 a pound. We hope to sell our wine at around the $35 a bottle price point. We think it's that good. So that way we can pay our staff. The people from the halfway house built the vineyard. People from the halfway house helping with the biocellar. We have real carpenters doing the work, but they're helping and learning. And we've cycled about 26 people through our program over the last 3 years, and some of them have gone on. Most of them are not with us now, but their lives are stable. One has just got his CDL. He's a truck driver. A couple of work in restaurants. But we catch them as soon as they come out the halfway house and give them an opportunity, put a couple of bucks in their pocket, stabilize their lives, and show them there's some hope.
So you're working with ex-offenders. That program's worked out well. You're also got some experts helping you with some of the design and what you're going to be growing as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's a kind of a marriage between people who have knowledge to give, who want to help people get their lives back together. So it's a social enterprise, and it's working quite well.
Folks are going to be able to come here and see a sort of grand opening here of the biocellar and maybe taste a little wine. What are you doing there?
Oh, in September, we don't have the date because it depends on the construction schedule, but hopefully sometime in September or in October at the latest, we'll have a grand opening. We want to have the mayor here and other dignitaries. We're going to have a wine tasting. We're going to have a harvest festival where we'll be picking the grapes, and we'll give people a tour of the biocellar and then show them about what we want to do. We want to turn this whole area into an urban agricultural zone.
And there are thousands of these abandoned homes in the city of Cleveland and across the country. There's tens and hundreds of thousands. Can this project be scaled to reach a lot of these other abandoned homes?
the whole idea is to make something that we can replicate. You know, like the big pen. The first big pen made in France was very expensive to make. Then they're now down to about 19 cents a piece. We hope to be able to get the cost down on construction, to learn how to do it cheaper, and to be able to embed these in communities where the housing market is weak, where people can grow their own crops. It's wealth building in inner city communities.
We're lucky to have you here in Cleveland, Mansfield. Thank you so much for all the work you do for Cool Cleveland and for the community here. Thanks for taking time to talk with us.
Thank you, Thomas. Thanks for coming out.
Hey, it's Thomas Mulready from CoolCleveland.com. Have a great week in Cool Cleveland.